Alright, timestamp June 3rd, 2026. Barely. It's 1:09 a.m. I've been working. I got up pretty late, but I went to bed pretty late. I went to bed at like 5 a.m. and got up at like noon. So got my 7 hours. But yeah, I just was uninterested in sleep. You know? Not insomnia. Just kind of the whole idea of going to bed. It was like, nah, I don't care. Kind of got my second wind. It was like, oh, I'm going to throw my schedule off. So I'm going to do this recording. I'm going to eat a quick snack of some sort. And I'm going to go to bed. This fix is supposed to be over in the morning. And we're supposed to be taking the kids to the clinic. Nobody's sick or anything like that. But we're trying to get everybody's insurance-y stuff squared away and figure all that mess out. Made some progress out here. The contrast in the floor color is because Dad did something to the washer. I know I've highlighted the junk towels and whatnot before. And yeah, so everything over here is wet and it smells like mildew. It's really awful, actually, which I'm sure is the best thing for a guy with emphysema to be inhaling. Found one of our lights buried over here too when we were working on the bookcase there. Oops. Yeah, that's a rich smell. Some of those books were in those books were in a cardboard box on the ground floor. So I've got them up like that. I killed the box. It was disgusting. Not sure. Some of the books look like they have some water rippling on the edges of them because they were kind of spine up, loose pages down. I can still hear that I'm congested. I'm not sure if they're going to be okay. The box that's on the bottom on that shelf was on top of the other box. Those books are fine. But yeah, kind of trying to let those books dry. They weren't really wet, but just kind of letting them air out. Excuse me, fellas, thanks. Because, I gotta clean this stuff up before I go to bed too. Or when Pix gets here in the morning, she's not gonna be able to sit down. Because she usually sits down at the bar and has breakfast. And, I got stuff on her stool and at her place in the bar. Bad me. One thing, and this is just to show because I think it's hilarious. Found this. You can see how many papers are there. Those are my mom's home shopping network receipts from 1992 pretty much. The old stack. Some cubic zirconia, checkbook wallet with alarm, hand paint ears, SS multicolor band ring, probably sterling silver, 5-piece Brack collect, probably bracelet collection. Like about every mom in the 90s, she was doing the home shopping network, but she went nuts. But also I bring that up just to exactly when I say my mom kept every bit of paperwork, I found a tote that had nothing but paperwork in it. It was some of the stuff from when she went to college, which was also in the 90s. She went back to school and got a degree in nuclear medicine, which is pretty cool. You know what I mean? She's like in her 50s and she went back to medical school. All right. But she had all of her notes, reports, tests, everything. And yeah, I found that stack of Home Shopping Network receipts, or Home Shopping Club, or whatever. HSC. Might be Home Shopping Club. I mean, at this moment, those receipts are, what, 34 years old? I don't think you need them. Whatever you bought is certainly out of warranty by now. Just want to scroll through them and reminisce about things that you purchased over 30 years ago. I'm confused about some of the savings of things. Genuinely confused. Found this. There's a box of, actually, I think there's two totes of plush. Not Beanie Babies, thankfully, I guess. There's some Cabbage Patch in there. Most of them are, I mean, they're not like new in package. They're, you know, flea market dirty. But they're still like authentic Cabbage Patch, and some other plush. I wasn't sure. Found this, which is one of the little Polly Pockets. I know these have got some value. This is more Pix's category than me. I'm going to show her when she gets here in the morning. My mom has a $3 price tag on it. It's probably way underpriced. I don't know. I haven't researched it. It's one of the last things I found. It was kind of curious to me. So Polly Pocket, they're little minifigures, and they have a tendency to make little play sets, and they frequently make like a compact kind of mini play sets. Okay, I get you. And actually, Star Wars Micro Machines did some of this very similar in the 90s. So it's got kind of thing going on. And there is a figure inside. My understanding is these are actually, it's not as hard to find these, but finding stuff like this can be very challenging. So, and she's clearly drunk. Blondes, right? Don't hate me. That's just, I am a comedian first. These doors, open it. Yeah, there we go. Oh, okay, I get it. It's a church. I was like, why are all these people right outside your front door? That's kind of horror movie country there. We've been waiting for you to come outside. Please, join us. You know, it's going to end horribly, I think. So I guess this is... Oh. I'm so quick. So, we've got an organ and what looks like a table over here with a cake on it. So I guess this is supposed to be like a wedding reception, church wedding reception kind of thing. Polly, you're just wearing like a little pink mini skirt. You're very underdressed for this occasion. Just saying. Let's see if there's a Got to be a date stamp on it. Bluebird. 1989. My mom's got a $3 price sticker on it. I'm willing to bet it's more than that. Pretty sure. I'm curious. I'll let my fingers do the walking. Still no action on the Beanie Babies, which makes me sad, not gonna lie. Primarily because, wow, I have a couple. With 4 zeros after it. Or something. Alright, so we will look up Bluebird, which is not on my shoulder. It is, in fact, on the bottom of that. Had to make a pop-up disappear. eBay's got this window pop-up that keeps showing up, and it's download the app for a $5 coupon, and there's no way to deactivate it. It just keeps plaguing my screen and has for months. It's really quite annoying. Made in China. I'm just gonna put in Bluebird Polly Pocket 1989 compact, because I think that's what they called it. Because it is like, you know. Yeah. Okay, that one's complete. This is not complete. This one is not complete. It is, in fact, incomplete. Oh, there it is. Bluebird Polly Pocket. Nancy's Wedding Day Chapel. Okay. Okay. So we're going to try and narrow it down. Starting to get tired, which is good. I'm just going to put in chapel. There we go. I'm going to look up sold. Just remember, people can ask whatever price they want. If they're not selling it at that price, that's not what its value is. Okay, so based on that, I don't think, because it looks like there is like a bride and groom figure. Based on what I'm seeing, the Polly in the pink miniskirt is in fact underdressed because she does not go with this set. Okay. By itself, without any figures, it is going for $20. Yeah. I'm so sorry if you're just starting your day. Okay, I'm going to look at this one that sold for $50. It's saying complete, so I'm curious what complete means. I'm sure it means the bride and groom. And there's a flower girl kind of thing. It would seem. Now, in this, I'm curious, because as we look down it together, you open the doors for the chapel and you can see the chapel inside and all the people creepily standing by the door. And I understand having an outdoor reception, but why is the organ outside? I know. I get it. I do sci-fi toys, and I've seen some goofy stuff there too, so don't get all judgy. 1-inch girl doll playset, yellow-haired Nancy, wedding dress. Oh God, I hate AI. I mean, I don't hate AI, kinda. So you can do AI descriptions for your eBay stuff. You can, push a button and it'll write something mystical for you. And I hate them just because they're so over-the-top stupid. The vintage Bluebird Polly Pocket 1989 Nancy's Wedding Chapel set is a collector's item for fans of the Polly Pocket franchise. Okay. As an English teacher, what? They say collectors, and they're doing possessive, apostrophe S. A collector's item for fans of the Polly. That's clunky as hell. This 1-inch girl doll playset features a yellow-haired Nancy doll in a wedding chapel theme, complete with accessories and figures. Manufactured in 1989, this hard plastic toy is a nostalgic piece from the 80s, perfect for reliving childhood memories or adding to a doll collection. The set includes a ring and is a must-have for Polly Pocket enthusiasts. The set includes a ring? I'm very confused. I'm very confused. What is the ring? Okay, so there's another one that sold for $45 with the bridegroom and the flower girl, and it says in the header, missing ring. Did it actually come with it? I'm wondering if it actually came with a ring. Okay, you're calling yours complete also. Let's see. You sold yours for $50. Well, yes, I would like to see the original listing. That would be swell. Thank you. Got the 3 figures, yeah. Yeah, okay. Now you're calling it complete. I want to see this ring that we're talking about. I don't know that there was a ring. With a fantasy theme, this Polly Pocket Compact captures the essence of a wedding day in a compact and collectible form. This original compact from 1989 is a must-have for any Polly Pocket enthusiast looking to add a unique piece to their collection. Do y'all know how to word? Can you word? Complete with 3 figures and ring. Okay, I've got to see what this ring is, because now I'm like, is there a ring? Or are all of you just cuckoo? I mean, honestly, you need a picture of this ring. 3 figures and ring. What are y'all talking about? Oh. Oh. There is a ring. But not here. Just curious, you know? So, That picture right there. In the back of the organ, there's like a little space. Not the Final Frontier, different one. And there is a little gold plastic ring with a heart on it. It's all very jewelry for a 6-year-old. That kind of rests in that slot. Okay. Very exciting stuff, I know. It's making me crazy though. I'm like, there's no ring. What are you talking about? It's complete with ring. Ring. This is the one where the girl crawls out of the TV set, right? I remember that one, okay? No, there's actually a ring. All the single toppers. Alright, and now I know. Very generic little ring too. That would be a hard item to try and like source. You know what I mean? I don't know if it says like Bluebird or anything like that on the inside band. That'd be a hard thing to verify. A real easy thing to 3D print. Just saying. So yeah, we won't be selling that for $3. Now the question is, do we hang on to the little pink figure in case we come across whatever set she goes in? That's a Google Lens. It's an amazing tool for eBayers. Because I can Google Lens the figure and it'll probably tell me what set she came with and all that. Because who knows? It's kind of random. It was in, I opened a tote, you know, plush, and then this thing kind of wedged in there. It's like, one of these things is not like the other. Cabbage Patch, Strange Bear, Polly Pocket. Oh. So it needs to be cleaned a little bit, but the actual compact part is in pretty good shape. It's actually got a sheen to it. Sheen. Obviously not complete, but the actual base compact is in pretty good shape. Got a little schmutz or something there. I don't know. And the gold is actually pretty good on there. It's not like scraped off and whatnot. So that's something that I would expect with something like this, for it to be like, you know, scratched off. Not bad. The interior looked pretty good. No, it looked good. But no ring. Sorry. I will get by. Tell him, Jacques. But yeah, I found some floor out there. Actual genuine concrete. Pretty cool. And I would have gotten further. But I found that big box of paperwork and I had to start going through it because, again, we're missing some family paperwork stuff. So I was like, ooh, maybe it's in here. No. And I came across a whole bunch more Alaska, like, I'll show you. Alaska and the Yukon. Cruises and Cruise Tours, 2008. Beautiful country. There's some pages earmarked too. dog-eared. That's curious. That's real curious. This isn't with mom stuff. The reason I'm kind of like, oh, ooh, that's cool. Actual, like, boat diagrams. As a gamer, I'm like, ooh. So if I was doing something on a cruise ship, I've got a blueprint. That's cool. That's pretty cool. But yeah, these were in with some of the paperwork that Mom was... Oh, wow, there's pages and pages of them. Oh, that's fantastic. That's pretty cool. That could be useful. I thought it was Dad. Because I can't ask anyone these questions. You know, because Mom's dead and Dad's... It's 1964. But there's entire... Going through the books and stuff earlier. Because we did put away some books. Not all of them. Just really want to be able to try and get through this stuff in a year, and I don't know that's going to happen. But yeah, no, there's like probably 3 or 4 years worth of a subscription for my dad to, I'm so sorry, Alaska Magazine. It was like 20 years ago. He was getting Alaska Magazine, which I paged through a few of them. You know, cool. They're talking about the wildlife and, you know, the flora, the fauna, the people. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Those were in my mom. There's like 4 of these, different ones, different years, different cruise lines, whatnot. Did they both want to go to Alaska? Because I had just assumed it was my dad the whole time, because, you know, 4 years worth of magazine addressed to him. Those are in with my mom stuff. That's making me kind of like... Full disclosure, I found a list of... and this is part of why I only want to spend a year going through this, is I want to go do the things on my list. I found a list of 20 places my mom wanted to see before she died. 20 places. And Alaska wasn't on there. Which is another reason I always assumed it was on my dad's, you know, bucket list, so to speak. But I'm wondering why my mom was holding on to those instead of them being in Dad's stuff. It's peculiar. But yeah, my parents made it to 3 of them out of the 20. And I know in doing their paperworky stuff, they could have made it to more than 3. They had the finance to where they could have made it to 10 or 12 pretty easily. They could have. Kids. But, yeah, they had the finances. They could have made it to 10 or 12. Hell, they might have been able to make it all 20. But Dad wouldn't stop working on projects, and Mom apparently couldn't get him to stop. Workaholic. There's a point to it, and then at a certain point, you know, you're retired, and you've still got a huge list of projects that you're working on, and you just can't break away from them. You need to detach. You know, they did 3 destination things, and 2 of them were in the U.S. I don't want those regrets. I don't want those regrets. You know? Alaska is not necessarily on my bucket list, just to be clear. I would like to spend a week here and there in London, hitting the Strip. I've done the Broadway thing, you know, and been to a lot of Broadway shows and whatnot. about actually going to the Strip in London. Basically, England, the UK's Broadway, because they've got a, yeah, you get me. Just see some authentic English theater every night, or at least every other night for a week. Do the touristy stuff with my girl, you know, while I can. Speaking of health check, the scratchy in the throat comes and goes, but I've also been breathing in all kinds of, this is for you, Pam Mashivana. So, I've been in a musty, moldy, dusty environment all day. So I'm a little, in general. Oh, found a whole bunch more wrapping paper. There's more out there. This is a new box that I found. But the cool part, I already pulled out a few, because Pix and I have a box over here of ones that we're going to keep for crafting reasons. Hey, buddy. Doodle. What you doing, buddy? Okie doke. I found one that I think I'm going to use as the wallpaper for my library. It's not too busy. The colors are really nice. It's like an off-white, and it's got some blue and some green and some mauve, magenta one on there, which will match a lot of the accessories that I already have and or that I've repainted. Well, I guess I haven't really repainted much of the library. It's mostly a lounge. But in any case, I've got a lot of like blue and green furniture, so it'll actually bring that out a lot more. And it's not busy, but it's also not flat. It's a little bit more adventurous than you might normally see in an industrial or government building, because typically, you go to a hospital or the DMV or whatever, and it's going to be salmon or a mint green or something like that. It's going to be a pretty flat, boring color. Not necessarily boring, but static, very industrial. That's got just that right amount of industrial government, but also has like a color splash going on, where a more upbeat, fun library. Yeah, I think it'll work. So, I'm happy about that. I'm a complete dork, and I am fully cognizant of that. Found my wallpaper. It'll look good. You're just going to have to trust me on that. And the bright side is, I'll show you, when I get it. Trying to get a couple major things going here before I go back to doing what I would like to do. Yeah, I'm willing to bet we can get probably $20 for the Polly Pocket Compact without the figure. Hold the figure back in case we come across another compact that it's supposed to go in, or maybe there's a more static, non-compact playset around here. It wouldn't shock me. The amount of stuff, and I'm willing to bet we also, I think I actually have a couple of small Polly Pocket figures that I'd gotten in some like mixed toy lots. Worst case scenario, 6 months, 9 months from now, if we haven't come across anything like that, put all the remaining Polly Pocket stuff together and list it. Mixed lot, 3 figures, 1 accessory. We'll get 10 or $20 for it. The Polly Pocket stuff, there's a demand for it, especially from 1989 and whatnot. You don't find those in stores anymore, strangely enough. Weird. I'm going to go ahead and call it there. I've got a kid that wants to come out and get some food, I think. And I'm going to yawn again because why not? Yeah, if Mom wanted to go to Alaska, she didn't have it on her list. I mean, it had, London, Dublin, some of the places that, I think Cairo, it had some of the places that a typical American tourist might have on their wish list. Paris, Bonn. Actually, I don't know if she had Bonn or not. Frankfurt, Munich, somewhere in Deutschland. That would be on Dad's list. Berlin, Yeah, Berlin would be an interesting place to visit. There's certainly a lot of history there, A lot of which should not be celebrated, but certainly remembered. There are quite a few Americans that need to understand that. Just saying. So, exactly. I'm a German American, but my family was all over here when that happened. Mm-mm. They were the bad guys. I know the whole white nationalist thing, it sounds cool and edgy. Yeah, they're the bad guys. Anyway, I'm going to sign off. I'm going to get a snack, let my kid get a snack. Sorry. And they have to understand, and they do understand, I think. Anytime they go to the kitchen, they're basically in my office. So, work around me, Anyway. Yeah. I'm definitely congested, like back of the sinus. I can hear it. You take another shot of vitamin C. I am so sorry. All right. Hug your parents. Get them to Alaska if that's where they want to go. Hug your kids. Make it a great day.